What's up? What's up? What it do? Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Hope you're having fun. Hope everything is good your way. Everything is good. I'm feeling good. All right. CJSportsMedia.com. Check out my website. Follow me on social media. I follow you back on Twitter @_ Clarence Jones, Instagram _ Clarence Jones, YouTube channel Clarence Jones Sports Media. Definitely need some support in that YouTube side of things. Welcome to Clarence Sports Talkative Jones, okay? Clarence Sports Talkative Jones podcast. Thank you for listening and tuning in. I'm excited. Mets fans, I'm going to talk about you. You know, you got on me yesterday. A lot of you got at me yesterday. You know, my Braves, we lost game one. You know, we got game two today. We all right. You know, at least we in the postseason. Okay. At least we in the postseason, not sitting at home like you all. Like you won 100 games, 101 games, and didn't even made it to the second round. You got bounced out. So, at least we in it. You know, we're still in it. You know what I'm saying? But, yesterday was frustrating, man. Bad start. Max Fried just wasn't his normal self yesterday. The pitching was just bad. And, when we finally caught up, it was just too late. It was, Olsen hit the home run, and I'm getting excited, and then it just, just too late. We lost, 7, was it 7-6, 7-5, something like that, 7-6. 7-5, something like that. I'm basically forgetting that game yesterday. I'm focused on today's game. So that's what's about today. My Braves will be all right. I still believe we're going to win this series, and it is what it is. Like I said, it's a series. It's not a wild card matchup where, you lose one, and you go home. Now the wild card is, it's different now, but you remember how the wild card used to be, one game and that's it. Winners go and losers go home. So, winners go to the next round. So, yeah, we all right. Okay. Go ahead and get your trash talking in, but we'll be all right. We're going to tie this series up tonight. I ain't worrying about it, man. Go Braves all day, every day. Okay. Look, the fight is here. I'm excited. Okay. Savannah Marshall versus Claressa Shields going down on Saturday, October 15th. And I'm excited. I've been waiting on this. We all been waiting on this fight. You know what I'm saying? We all been waiting on this, and just praying and hoping that we can get it. And it was just to the point where we was like, we just got fed up because the fight had originally supposed to went down on September the 10th. But Queen Elizabeth, passed on September 8th, and the fight was canceled due to Queen Elizabeth's passing. And as a sports fan, I understood that. It was never no why y'all poking my mouth out or going on social media on a rant about, the fight should be gone. No. Once Queen Elizabeth passed on September 8th, I think the news literally broke like the next day or the same day on the 8th or 9th of September that the fight has been moved to October 15th, this Saturday. I was like, yeah, what I mean? I'm not complaining. That's Queen Elizabeth, United Kingdom. The fight is in the UK. I mean, I'm not about to, in London, I'm not about to, disrespect Queen Elizabeth. But a lot of people on social media was, and some of you should ask God to forgive you because that was very wrong of you to not understand why the fight was canceled. Okay, the fight was canceled in regards, and due to Queen Elizabeth's passing. You got to respect that. London, UK, come on. We got the fight this Saturday. And I'm excited. Today's the 12th, 13th is tomorrow. Is it? Yeah, 14th is Friday, 15th is hold on. Yeah. So today's the October 12th, right? 13th is on Thursday, 14th is Friday, 15th, is Saturday. So this fight will be going down October 15th on Saturday, pay-per-view. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's the biggest boxing match in the history of women boxing. Okay. It could arguably be the biggest fight of the year, but I'm still waiting to see what happens with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Okay, because I've been hearing some things. You may have been hearing some things that we could possibly still get that fight. But until we get Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, I'm going with this is the biggest boxing match of the year, biggest boxing match of women's sports. It's historic. It's going to be a classic. We got two best boxers, female boxers in the world going at it on Saturday, October 15th. We got two of the best boxers, the two best female boxers in the game going at it, and their record is outstanding. Both of their records is outstanding. Savannah Marshall, 12 wins, 0 losses, 10 knockouts. Okay, Savannah Marshall, 12 wins, 0 losses, and 10 knockouts. Standing at 5'11", 165 pounds. The pounds may not be accurate because, we all gain and lose weight every single day. Claressa Shields, 5'8", 155 pounds. Again, for the pounds, that may not be accurate because we lose and gain weight every day, every minute, every second. 12 wins, 0 losses, and 2 knockouts. I repeat, 12 wins, 0 losses, and 2 knockouts. We got the best going at the best. And this is what make this fight the biggest fight in women's boxing history, in the history of women's boxing, the biggest fight of the year right now. I'm talking about any boxing match that we have heard that's coming up. Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall. This is the biggest fight of the year right now. We see what we get after, Marshall and Shields, but right now, it's the biggest fight of the year. Okay, you should be ready. Have your popcorn, your chicken wings, whatever you do. Order that pay-per-view. Watch with your friends, family, and loved ones because it's going to be worth it. I'm excited, man. I remember going back, I think it was on episode 72. I talked about this, but like I said, this was right when, we didn't really know about the fight being canceled. And then when it came out, I was like, man, I was, okay, well, all right, I'll talk about it again. So here we go on episode 76, talking about Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields. All right. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. We all wanted to fight on September, 10th. But like I say, I understood why they did it. It's all about respect at the end of the day. It's not you fighting. Be patient. We're going to get this fight this Saturday. And I'm sure a lot of you that was complaining and being disrespectful to the UK and London about the fight being canceled. How do you feel now? Like I said, you may want to start apologizing. Ask God to forgive you. Okay. We're talking about Queen Elizabeth, the second passing. You got to be, respectful, and understand why the fight was canceled. Okay. All right. I want to dive into what makes this fight the biggest historic. Look, we're going to get more than likely. I'm praying that we do. We're going to get at least, and like I said, I ain't talked to no source on this, but I'm praying that we get at least 3 fights out of this. What do you call it? A trilogy? Maybe even 4. Okay. That alone is going to make this fight historic. Ain't no way we get just one fight of Shields and Marshall and that's it. No, Shields is 27. Marshall is 31. We should get at least 3 fights out of this, if not 4. The fight's going to be that great. Okay. I'm already putting classic and historic on it. The fight ain't happened yet. I'm just stamping it already. I'm stamping historic. I'm stamping classic on it right now. And you should too. Okay. We're going to see this and we're going to be waiting on that part 2, part 3, part 4. We got the best of the best going at it. It's a movie. Okay. It's a movie. All right. Now let's dive a little bit more into it. What Claressa needs to do. Okay. What Claressa needs to do to win this fight. Before I get into, my breakdown prediction, I'm breaking it down now before I let you know who I think going to win. Like I said, this was very tough. All right. I stood up all night, man, heading into the morning thinking, who I'm going with? Okay. If I decide to put some money down, who I'm putting my money on? How do I break down this fight without, what I'm saying? It was difficult for me. You may have already figured out who you got, winning. But for me, it was hard as hell because both fighters are at their best. They're great. Both fighters don't really slip up a lot. The argument can be made they don't slip at all. So, you put all that together, the decision making was just hard as hell. Just hard to figure out. Okay. But what Claressa needs to do to win this fight, I'm being honest with you. She needs to knock out Savannah Marshall. Okay. Claressa Shields needs to knock out Savannah Marshall. Shields must knock out Savannah Marshall. She said it on Twitter that she gonna knock her out. Okay? And she gonna have 3 knockouts. She said it on Twitter literally. I seen it this week. I don't know, I think it was yesterday. All day before yesterday. Monday or Tuesday. But she said she was gonna knock Claressa Shields. She said she was gonna knock Savannah Marshall out. Claressa Shields posted on her Twitter, she gonna knock Savannah Marshall out. And if that's what she gonna do, she gonna win the fight. All right. She will win this fight if that's what she going to do. She got to win it. And she got to win it by doing that. All right. She got to win by a knockout. Savannah Marshall, in her case, what she needs to do to win this fight, I'm going to keep it real with you. Savannah Marshall just got to outbox Claressa Shields. All right. That's all Savannah Marshall needs to do is outbox Claressa Shields. Round by round, and she'll win the fight. So there you have it. Shields need a knockout. She needs to knock Savannah Marshall out. She already said she gonna do it. So let's assume that she gonna knock Savannah Marshall out. Shields will win the fight. I mean, Shields didn't say she gonna win the fight by outboxing Marshall. She said she gonna knock her out. So that tells me right there that Claressa Shields know. And she respects Savannah Marshall. She knows Savannah Marshall is a skilled boxer. She is definitely aware that Savannah Marshall is the best fighter she ever fought. In all her 12 fights, Shields know. Claressa Shields is aware that Savannah Marshall is her best opponent. But don't get it twisted. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Savannah Marshall also knows that Claressa Shields is her best opponent that she ever fought out of her 12 wins and 10 knockouts. Claressa Shields is her best, toughest opponent. All right. And Shields' best, toughest opponent is Marshall. So both, like I said, that's what makes this fight historic. It's a classic. Both fighters already know what they need to do. Now, Marshall, I mean, I haven't seen her on social media saying nothing about knocking out, nothing like that. But I do remember seeing Shields win. She said she gonna knock out, and that's how she gonna win. But when it comes to Marshall, she's got to outbox Shields round by round, and she'll win. You know? And you think about it, Savannah Marshall has the edge. I thought about this last night. And like I say, when I'm saying the edge, don't get this mixed up, because a lot of you are hating on Claressa Shields like heavily, and you want to see her lose because she talks so much trash. I'm going to get into her trash talking in a bit. Give me some time. I'm going to get into her trash talking in a little bit. I promise you I will. A lot of you hate that. You don't like her attitude. You don't like the way she talk. Okay, you hate on her because she's beautiful. You know, you call her all these names and look at her and say she this and how she talk. You hate, okay? So you want to see people like that lose. Floyd Mayweather was the same way. Floyd was the same way. He talked trash, but he backed it up. Claressa Shields is the same way. She talked trash and she backs it up. But you're still finding ways to hate on her. So some of you already coming in with this mindset, hey, I'm just going with Marshall because I don't like Claressa Shields. That's my chick. It's not about who you like. As far as personality and, personal life, it's about in that ring what you think gonna happen. Okay? Now, when I'm saying Savannah Marshall has the edge, what I'm going off is that 2012 amateur fight. I'm not going off that as my selection on, okay, I think Marshall's going to win because she beat her in 2012. A lot of you doing that along with your hating and being disrespectful to Claressa Shields, getting personal. I'm not getting personal with Marshall or Shields. I'm just talking strictly about the fight. When I'm saying Marshall has the edge, that's what I'm going on. She already beat her already. So coming into that boxing ring, it's already in Marshall's head. Hey, if I can, if I did it then, I can do it now. Shields is totally different. Hey, you got me back then, but you can't get me now. You know what I'm saying? So I relate to both fighters on that. We all have things in our life that we dealt with, whether it's a situation, we had to think on something, had to make a big decision, or had to go for, some type of test or just train. I mean, just something in life where we're like, you know what? When it comes to Claressa, We can relate. You know why? Because we've all been somewhere or been part of something or done something where we didn't did good at, where we got defeated at. But we, gave ourselves some time, put in that work, trained, study, came back and succeeded. All right. So we can relate to Claressa Shields as well as we can relate to Savannah Marshall. Okay. If we done something years ago and we done it great, we defeated or whatever like that, we achieve back then, we can do the same thing today. So that draws us to Savannah Marshall too, that, we've done this already. We can do it again. So that's what I like about the fight. Both fighters have gotten better since then. So that's what I'm saying. If you're going off that 2012 amateur fight, you're a fool. I mean, if that's what you're going off, you just basically a Claressa Shields hater. I'm just saying she got the edge because she done it already. And I got the feeling the judges of the fight is going to have that in their brain. If the fight gets so tough and they don't know who win the fight, they going to figure out a way. You know what? 2012, Marshall won the fight. Because it's possible the fight can get that tough where judges don't know what the hell, who to put their vote on or, give who this number. Don't be surprised, man. I mean, well, of course they ain't going to say it because they can't. I mean, that'd be unfair judgment. But if you're a judge and that fight be that great, how I think it's going to be on this upcoming Saturday, you're going to be in a tough decision making. Okay. You're going to be in a bowl of tough decision making and you got to be careful. So what I'm saying is with Savannah Marshall already having the edge already, that can, lean on, if it get tough, let's go Marshall. Because I'm praying we don't get a draw. Please don't let it be a draw. Oh, we waited so long for this. Do not let it be a draw. Please not. So how I'm thinking that this thing is, if it gets tough, judges got to make a decision. If Shields don't knock out Marshall, if Marshall outbox Shields, the judges can easily give it to Marshall because now let's say if it's toe to toe, Claressa outbox, in certain half of rounds, Marshall half-box, Marshall outbox Shields for half a round. Shields outbox Marshall for half a round. If it gets to a situation like that, don't be surprised if the judges give it to Marshall because of 2012, 10 knockouts, 12 wins versus Claressa's 12, only 3 knockouts, 0 losses. If they don't want this thing to be a draw, they can give it to Marshall. But I'm praying that they be fair. There's some things I'm concerned about. Marshall is from the UK, right? I believe. So the fight is in her territory. This is the first UK women's pay-per-view. All right. I haven't seen a full card yet, but I'm told it's full of nothing but women boxers. So that's historic. That's history. All right. But that's my thing. I think she has an edge because she won already. Claressa has a lot to prove more in this fight. Okay, you lost to her in 2012. You only got 2 knockouts. Savannah got 10. She got to prove that she can go in there and beat Savannah and knock her out, like she said on Twitter, that she gonna knock Savannah Marshall out. I'm thinking and feeling all Savannah's got to do is just outbox her. Outbox her round by round or most rounds, and she got the fight. Marshall don't got to knock out Shields. Shields got to knock out Marshall to win the fight. All right. Like I said, these judges are going to have the fight is going to be tough. I would hate to be a judge in this because you really got to pay a close attention to things, man. But I just have some theory, like when I'm saying, so, Marshall has the edge. I have a theory. If it gets tough, it's easy to say, well, what, she did beat in 2012. She did great this past Saturday night. Marshall's the winner versus if Shields just go in there and knock her out, beat her down. Now, if Shields go in there and just beat her down, not even knock her out. Okay. So that's another thing I want to say. We'll add on. I said Shields got to get a knockout to win. I'm going to also say this too. If Shields go in there round by round and give her the business, not knocking her out, but just giving her the business. Punches here, punches. Just beating her down. Then they'll call the fight off. that's another way Shields can win the fight. Okay. I also want to talk about this secret sparring match that Claressa said that she beat down Savannah Marshall in. I wish I could see that sparring match video, man, but Shields said she whooped her you know what. Okay. That's what Shields said. She whooped Savannah's you know what in that sparring match that they had. I'm assuming this sparring happened after they fought in that 2012 amateur boxing match. Shields says in a sparring match with Savannah, she whooped her you know what. So if you a Shields fan and you got your money on Shields and you going for Shields, hearing that gotta give you that confidence like, oh yeah, I like what I'm hearing. But the thing about it is we can't see the video. Where's the video? We haven't seen the video. So all you can do is just trust and believe that Shields is being honest about it. But when it comes to boxing matches, man, they say anything up into the fight. So you don't know is it true or not. I'm gonna take it as Savannah. I'm gonna take it as Shields being truthful. Okay, I'm gonna take it as Shields being truthful. She's keeping it 100, and she's saying she whoop her butt. All right, she whoop her butt. She had her face all orange and red. She said, "Let's see, can we see that on Saturday night?" Okay, but like I said, if you're a Shields fan and you down with everything she's saying, you hype right now. You ready to make your how much money you put down, plus the person you bet or the whoever casino, whoever you bet at, you ready to get that money, you rubbing your fingers and your hands together like money, give me that bag. Okay. All right. But, I was like, yeah, cause I was searching on YouTube. I even Googled it like to see, could I find the fight, well, not the fight, but the sparring match between them two. I couldn't find it. All right. But I'm not saying that Shields is lying. I'm not. If she said it, then she must have did it. Okay. What bothers me and worries me before I give you my winner, because I know you probably wait, okay, Clarence, who you got, bro? I mean, you're doing all this talking, man, but who you got? Okay. What worries me, and I'm keeping it real, is Shields trash talking. I know Shields been trash talking from the time she got her career started to now. She's 12-0. 2 knockouts. I get all that. I understand it, okay? But I must admit, I am worried for Claressa Shields in this match because like I said, this is her best opponent. Same go for Marshall. Shields is Marshall's best opponent. But all that trash talking and disrespect. Marshall is from the UK. Shields got a lot to back up. When you talk a lot of trash and everybody can't do it like Floyd. Floyd been doing it from the time he started to the time he ended. Floyd still talk trash. And I always say like, man, how did he does that? How did he talk all this trash and he does all this and he goes out and he wins. And Floyd and Claressa is from the same place, Flint, Michigan. So maybe that's a thing that goes on in Flint, Michigan. No disrespect. Okay. But I'm just concerned for her because when you're doing all that trash talking and all your fans on your social media is hyping you up, calling you the GOAT, you calling yourself the GOAT. You're calling out Savannah Marshall, saying you whooped her, you know what, you had her face red and orange and, you're going to smash her. I mean, just all kind of stuff. I even look at a couple, interview documentaries that her and Savannah did on YouTube. I think one was from Sky Sports Boxing. And Savannah didn't really said much. I mean, she talked a little bit of trash, but Shields was going at Savannah. I mean, you would think it was a freestyle battle. And if it was a freestyle battle, Shields won. Okay. If it was a freestyle battle, because them words that was coming out Shields' mouth, oh my God. I was like, man. And Marshall just sat there for the most part, smiled and didn't really said much, little to no, words. And I was like, man, that's a lot of pressure to come into that ring. And like I said, you got all your fans backing you up. Keep in mind, your fans not going to be in that ring. So I always say, if I was a boxer, I wouldn't be the one that talk a lot of trash. I would only talk trash to the person talk trash to me. But far as just starting it, saying I'm going to beat his what or whatever, because boxing is mentally, and how I know this, because I talked to a few boxers, interview, boxers in the past. Even MMA fighters, and I ask them, man, when they come to fighting, like what it is. A lot of them say is your mentality, is what's upstairs, and how you feeling. And I'm thinking, man, Shields coming into that ring on Saturday. She said all that, and man, and like I say, this is both of these fighters, Shields and Marshall. This is the best fight so far up into their career. They fought nobody better than what they're going to see, on that, on the other side of the ring come Saturday. So it makes it more tougher for Shields, I feel like, because this is her best fight. All her other fighters, they ain't got nothing on Savannah. Okay. All Shields fights, like I said, they have nothing on Savannah. All Savannah's fight, those fighters have nothing on Claressa Shields. But you add that with the trash talking and what's on Twitter and Instagram and, YouTube interviews that her, Marshall had. I like, man, that's a lot to carry. And if you lose, hey, if Claressa Shields lose, I just pray that she be all right and she can bounce back, even if Marshall lose. But like I said, Marshall ain't doing all the trash talking. I feel like a lot of time the person that do all that trash talking, they be running their mouth, they got a lot to prove and back up. They be, even in a game of basketball and football, when you guaranteeing wins, I guarantee we gonna win. Hey, that's a lot to back up. And you may not say it, but you coming into that game with pressure because you didn't say you guarantee a win. Claressa Shields say she gonna knock out Savannah Marshall. That's pressure. What if the judges are actually going to go by that? What if the judges see that on Twitter? You know what? Okay, she said she's going to knock her out. Okay, so let's raise the bar a little bit. If she doesn't knock out Savannah Marshall will win this fight. I mean, you never know how these judges thinking. That's why, I wouldn't be the one on Twitter and Instagram talking about I'm going to knock, because you never know. That tweet can help the judges out. If you don't knock her out, if it's a good fight, and your fans feel like, you know what? She didn't knock Savannah Marshall out, but she did went toe-to-toe with her, bro. The judges can go back. You know what? The other day on Twitter, she said she was knocked out. She didn't got a knockout. Like I said, you never know, man. This thing could be a theory. That's why, if I was, Shields heading to the fight, I wouldn't even be on Twitter like that because I don't want to be responsible for nothing that caused me to lose a fight. I think the fight is going to be good, and the judges are going to have their hands full. But, man, Claressa Shields trash talking just worries me. And I get it. She's been doing it for so long. And she been backing it up. But for this fight here, I'm just worried for some reason. I don't know, is you feeling the same way? But I'm damn sure feeling that way. I'm a little worried. I'm like, man, she said she gonna knock her out. And I'm just like, oh, man. So she got to do this. This is a must, because she said she was going to do it. But other than that, I mean, it's Claressa being Claressa. Will we really feel and look at Claressa the same if she wasn't trash talking heading into this fight? No. All of us would be like, hey, is she good? What's up with that? She ain't talking trash? She ain't on social media? Huh? What's up with Claressa Shields? She all right? So this is her normal thing she does with all her fighters. And I respect Claressa Shields for not changing it up. I mean, that shows me she ain't afraid of Savannah. She gonna still talk her trash on social media. She gonna talk her trash and keep it real in the interviews and social media. That's Claressa being Claressa. I'm just worried that, man, we talking about 12-0 and 10 knockouts. Savannah Marshall, she's a little taller, 5'11". This is gonna be a tough fight for both of them. But man, I think Claressa's gonna have her hands full trying to get that knockout, like she said on Twitter. Okay. So with that being said, oh, man, this was tough. I got Savannah Marshall winning this fight. Now, when I did the episode on episode 72 a few weeks back, I said I was going with, Shields, but I had some more time to think. After, Queen Elizabeth passed and the fight was canceled on, for the September 10th match, that gave me some time to really think and just study the fight more, go back and look at some interviews, go back and just, watch both fighters train and just putting the trash talking versus no trash talking, what Marshall is posting, what Shields is posting, putting in height, weight, knockouts definitely matters. Skill boxes matter. I said by edge, I'm giving this to Marshall. I don't think either fighter would get the knockout. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're looking for a knockout, if you're betting on a knockout, you better see can you cancel your bets now because you're not going to win any money. The fight is going to be that damn great. Not good, but great. Historic. The best of the best. Shields, Marshall going at it. You can't go wrong for putting your money on either fighter. But if you betting it and saying, hey, it's going to be a knockout, I think Marshall's going to knock out Shields, you're crazy. I think Shields going to knock out Marshall, you're crazy. You better cancel that bet right now if you could. This fight going to be that great. It's going to go to full rounds. And I think Marshall's going to get it by edge. Okay? I think Marshall's going to slowly, slightly, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she won. Not, oh, Marshall just dominated Shields. Hell no. Marshall will work every round. Shields going to make Marshall work every round. Just like Marshall going to make Shields work every round. It's going to go down to who got the most landings. It was, Marshall. Who got the nice, aggressive punches. Yeah, Shields got some aggressive punches, landings, but Marshall got more landing, more aggressive punches. I'm telling you. That's the way I see it. Like I said, I really thought hard. After the fight was canceled, I thought long on this. And I studied it, and I studied all the knockouts that Savannah. I even looked back and watched all their fights up until, what we're going to see on Saturday. I went back and watched all Shields fights. I went back and watched all Savannah's fights. And like I said, while all y'all was complaining about the fight being canceled, oh, it's messed up, Queen Elizabeth, wouldn't mind, them fighting and saying all these, expectations that we know not going to happen because it's already announced. Queen Elizabeth II has passed. Okay. In the UK, London, you got to be respectful. I'm already looking at, okay, October 15th. All right, let me do some more study. That gives me time to really look at every fight from Marshall, every fight from Shields, along with watching interviews and what they post on social media and just putting in all my boxing, scenarios. That's how I came up with Marshall winning by a slight edge, a little teeny slight edge. That's how it's going to be. Okay. But I can be wrong on this. And if I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. And I apologize to Claressa Shields if I'm wrong and give her credit. But don't get it twisted now. It's possible Shields can win this fight. Okay, let's not get this thing. I gave you my breakdown and my opinion on it, but it's possible Shields can win this fight even without a knockout. Okay, let's say the fight throughout the whole round by round is just damn near good. And that last 2 rounds, Shields just got the best of Savannah. Shields can win the fight. All right, so don't think it's not possible. Hey, man, Clarence, man, Shields don't got a chance with Marshall. Yes, she do. She got a great chance to beat Marshall. I just gave you who I think gonna win. But don't be downplaying Claressa Shields now. Okay? Don't even talk about hey man, well, she only got 3 knockouts. Bruh, that don't mean nothing on Saturday. Marshall got 10, bruh, that don't mean nothing on Saturday. It's possible, like I'm saying, that Shields can win. I'm leaning on Marshall. Okay? I think the judge is gonna be looking for Shields to come in aggressive from the start throughout the fight. And they're going to be looking for a knockout because she said she was going to do it. Okay. But Marshall is more taller, reach. And, she can, like I said, she's more skilled in my opinion. Shields is a skilled boxer too, but I think Marshall her technique's a little slightly better. That's why I was like, man, I wish I can find this damn spar match that Claressa Shields was talking about. I wanted to see it because if I could, who knows, man, if you could have seen that sparring match or if I could have seen it, that could have changed our bets, our minds. But we can't see it. All we can see is the amateur in 2012 on YouTube, but I can't. I mean, like I said, you'd be crazy to go off that. That's 2012. Okay. We're in 2022 right now. Don't get fooled by what you saw in 2012. Both fighters, they're not the same. Both got better. Shields got better since 2012 amateur fight. And Marshall got better since then. You can't go off that. But that sparring match? I ain't saying we can go off that too, but she said she had Savannah's Marshall face orange and red. She said she whipped Savannah's you know what. That's the one I wanted to see. Because, man, if we would have seen that, I may have, hey, I'm going with Shields. But we'll see how it play out. Okay, I'm not, like I say, hey, if I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. Okay? But like I said, I barely slightly gave it to Marshall. I just think she's gonna have to come in there and prove herself a lot more, harder than Savannah do. UK, Marshall's in that, she's from that UK area, London area. The judges, Shields trash talking. Judges take a lot. Judges judge sometimes not. Sometimes they judge fairly, but sometimes they go a little bit off how you are I'm telling you, how do you affect the media? Like what do you have said about judges in the past? It's some theories in this. Okay. That's why I wouldn't want to be the one doing all the trash talking. Like I would have talked less to let you not really read me other than my fighting. I wouldn't do too much talking about them, blah, blah, because I don't know how as a judge, I don't know how you really judging me. If you're judging me off the fight alone, have you placed a secret bet? Do you don't like, not like me personally, you don't like me? You never know with these judges and these referees. We saw what happened in the NFL this past week with my Falcons taking on the Buccaneers. Grady Jarrett sacked Tom Brady. Apparently, that was roughing the passer. Okay, Chris Jones, he sacked Derek Carr. His weight landing on Derek Carr. That was roughing the passer as a referee. Who knows? Maybe they had some bets on the line. Maybe those referees just betting secretly. You just never know. When they kind of referees and judges, you just don't know mentally how they thinking and how they judging, how they calling games. So I'm putting all that together, man. Like I did some crazy scenarios and comparisons for me to pick Marshall in this fight. All right. But like I just said, you're a fool if you think it's not possible. I repeat, you a damn fool if you think it's not possible that Claressa Shields can win this fight. She could win this fight. I don't think she'll get a knockout, but she could win this fight. All right. Let me let that, hey, she can win this fight. It's possible. She that damn great. She can win this fight. I'm just going with Marshall. Okay. I'm just going with Marshall on this. All right. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm excited for this fight. I cannot wait. Popcorn, pizza, Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm going to figure out something. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for this. Been waiting on this for a while. You've been waiting on this for a while. We all been waiting on this fight, and we're going to finally get it on Saturday. And I am just happy. I'm happy that they were able to move this fight. I think it was definitely understandable why they moved this fight. No arguments, like I said, from my side, from me. No, not at all. All I said is, okay, we get it on October 15th. Let's get it on October 15th. Today is what? October 12th. Thursday, October 14th. Friday is the 15th. Hold on. I think I'm saying that wrong. Okay, Wednesday is October 12th. 13th is, what's the date actually? Okay, the date is the 12th. Okay. So Thursday is the 13th. Friday is the 14th. And Saturday. Yeah, so we get it on Saturday. For some reason, I'm getting my dates mixed up. I don't know why. Maybe because that new Halloween movie come out this week. The movie Till come out. Hey, some great movies coming out, by the way, this week, too. Along with the fight, Marshall and Shields. Hey, some great movies is out this upcoming week, weekend. Till, Emmett Till movie, Halloween. It's a lot. Hey, I'm excited to go out this weekend. But I don't know about you, but I'm not missing this fight. I am not. Hey, phone turned off. Don't bother me. I'm watching the best fighters go at it. The best women fighters in the world going at it on Saturday. And I ain't letting nothing get me upset. I ain't letting nothing get in my way. And you better not let nothing get you upset. And you better not let nothing get in your way for missing this fight. The biggest fight of the year. Hey, what about, Errol Spence and Terrence? Hey, we hearing about it. We may get it. But this here, that right now, okay, this is the best fight of the year. And if you haven't talked about this on your platform, local or national, shame on you. You do not know what you're missing. You ever been in the kitchen and somebody, hey man, you don't know what you're missing, man. This food is banging. This food is good. You don't know what you're missing. Hey, when it comes to this fight, you do not know what the hell you missing. This is barbecue chicken, macaroni, and fried chicken, barbecue chicken, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, collard greens. This is that Southern style plate. Okay. If I describe this fight in the form of food, this is that Southern barbecue 4th of July, Thanksgiving plate where you're going to get full. I'm ready. Like I said, I'm praying we get at least 3 fights of Marshall and Shields, maybe even 4. But they bet not just give us one fight on Saturday. And that's it. No, they still young. Shields is 27. Marshall is 31. We better get at least 3. Okay. I'm begging for 3. Please. All right. But yeah, hope you ordered your pay-per-view already. If you haven't, get on it. Okay. Do not miss this fight. All right. That's all I got. That's it, man. Get ready for the fight. You know the routine on social media, Twitter @_Clarence Jones. Check out my website, cjsportsmedia.com, Instagram _Clarence Jones. Let's talk. If you're going to be watching the fight, holler at me on social media, man. Let me know, while the fight going on or, before the fight, how you feeling, and what do you think going to happen? Like, what is your outcome? Did you bet, not bet? How you think it's going to turn out? Knockout from Shields, knockout from Marshall, no knockout. How you feeling? Okay. YouTube channel, Clarence Jones Sports Media. If you got a YouTube page, okay, because right now I only got 15 subscribers to my Clarence Jones Sports Media channel on YouTube. If you got a page, if you think about making a page, let me know. I'll subscribe to yours, but please subscribe to mine too. Okay. I need that, right now, we at last time I checked, far as audio downloads, the podcast is doing great. I'm on the 76th episode. Okay, the 76th episode, 76th episode, 76. Get fumbled up in my words here. And we got, last time I checked, on Monday, we have 1,015 downloads. So I thank everybody for putting in that time to download and listen to my podcast, Clarence Sports Talker to Jones. You're doing great on the audio side. Please help a brother out. Help me out on that YouTube. Okay, I'm just now getting a YouTube channel really like up and running a few months back. And I'm, slowly trying to gain subscribers. All right. So please holler at your boy and help your boy out, because I'm going to do the same for you. I'm going to show support for you and, look out for your channel. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Another thing. School is kicking my butt. I ain't afraid to admit it. A lot of people are like, hey, man, I thought you were supposed to drop the podcast on this day. Man, look, these classes, man, midterms is this week. College ain't no joke. Trying to do college and run a sports media platform and, go to work and, you're a coach. I mean, it's a lot going on, and you got to write blog. It's a lot when you're doing it all by yourself. Okay. When you got no help, no staff. So some of you, if not all of you, you know where I'm coming from, where you're in that, whatever you do, food, hair, just whatever type of career you're doing, where it's just all you, whether it's independent, national or local, and it's all you, and you know how that can be sometimes when it just, you got to do everything. So that's what it is with me. So if it is, some delays, or if you have noticed some delays on my podcast being like actually, delivered to you, or whatever platform you hear it off, because it's on Spotify, I'm on Amazon Music, I'm on iHeartRadio, I'm on Google Podcasts, I'm on Audible, cjsportsmedia.com, I'm on YouTube. So if you're getting that episode late, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's coming. Just bear with me. I'm doing everything on my damn self, along with, knocking out college, man. College, you can't be slacking in college. Bad grades here and there, you're kicked out. No degree. Nah, you don't want that. It's not good. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's not safe for the life. You got to make sure you're straight. So, I apologize for these delays, but hey, just know they're coming. I'm not letting you down. Episodes may not be there right now, but they coming. That's all you need to know. Hey, they coming. Clarence got me. Yes, Clarence got you. All right, I got you. So thanks again for supporting and showing love to Clarence Sports Talker of Jones. Please keep Brittany Griner in your prayers. Free Brittany Griner. Okay. Some reports that came out last week, I believe that she was, or was it a week before, that she was, having a hard time being locked up and going through some things. I just want to say, Brittany Griner, you're in my prayers every day. The world, we're waiting, for you to come home. I ain't worrying about some of these haters and these negative people that's saying all these bad things about you. Forget them, because I'm forgetting them. I ain't even thinking about them. I'm talking about everybody that's on their social medias, hashtagging free Brittany Griner. Thank you. Let's keep doing that, because I'm going to keep doing that and showing you love. Like I said, I've been saying this after every episode, because Brittany Griner deserves to be home. She should be home. Okay. And my way of helping is doing this right here. Just keep her name alive, keeping her name alive, keep talking about her. That's how we keep people alive, by keep talking about them. Okay. So you're here in my heart, here in my prayers, free Brittany Griner. Have a great day. Have a great Wednesday. Go Braves. Okay. All right. Hey, we're going to tie this series up tonight. All right. We're going to be all right. I ain't worrying about no Philadelphia Phillies. Met fans, you can keep talking your trash, but you home. You won 100 games and you're home. Okay. You're not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't make it far at all. How does that feel? How do you sleep at night? 100 games and we're home. Yeah. So, hey, A-Town, peace up, A-Town down. Go Braves. Back to battle. We're going to tie this series up and we're going to be all right. Have a great day. Have a safe day. Peace. God bless.